I'm Tim Miller, and today we're talking about IRAs as a legacy vehicle. As an accumulation vehicle, IRAs and 401ks are the best in the land. You get to put money in, and if you qualify, you get to deduct it from your income taxes. The money gets to grow tax-deferred, and you get to build tremendous wealth there. We believe in that. But as a legacy vehicle, not so good. The IRA may be the worst vehicle with which to die and pass your wealth on to your kids. With the Secure Act, the IRA has been dramatically altered, as a legacy vehicle at least. Let's talk about this concept. In many cases, our clients come to us with significant net worths that they built on their own before meeting with us. At Advice One, a lot of our advice centers around folks with seven-figure or multiple seven-figure net worths who are retiring to a six-figure income. We want to try and understand what takes place when you retire with $2 million in a 401k or an IRA. The account needs to grow. In fact, in order to have a healthy retirement, that $2 million actually has to grow for the first 20, 25 years of retirement. It tends to be at its highest value if you pass away, say, in your late 80s or early 90s. And so that $2 million IRA has grown and it might be worth $4 million. We know you'll have required minimum distributions, but we also know that your actual distributions will by far exceed those required distributions. So RMDs don't really come into play here. You then pass away with $4 million in an IRA, and whether you have one kid or three kids, you're going to pass it on to the family. Prior to the Secure Act, that IRA could be stretched out. It was actually called a stretch IRA or beneficiary designated account IRA. The income taxes due on $4 million could be spread over your kid's lifetime. If their life expectancy is 30 more years, they'll pay income taxes on 1/30 of that account each year. But the new Secure Act says there are no more stretch IRAs. Some of you may already have a stretch IRA that you received. And again, you'll know because it either says beneficiary IRA or IRA BDA, which is a beneficiary designated account. You'll have required minimum distributions on that BDA IRA, even if you're not 73 because it was originally your mom or your dad's IRA and they had RMDs. So let's understand the planning here. You build a career where you have accumulated $2 million and you're going to be very conscientious with that money, and it's going to grow to $4 million before you die. When you die, the new rule says that $4 million and all of the earnings that accumulate within must be liquidated within 10 years. What that means is your kids would inherit $4 million in an IRA, and if there were no future growth, if they took out $400,000 per year, they would have to include $400,000 per year as part of their ordinary income. They may inherit this money at age 58. Earning the highest income of their careers, and you're going to saddle them with an additional $400,000 of income because you decided to leave them an IRA as a legacy. We believe there's a solution, and it's leaving that money to them in a Roth IRA instead, especially when you arrive at the point where you know you don't need all of your money. If we're fortunate and you do the proper planning, we could leave $4 million behind in a Roth IRA instead. The Roth IRA also has the same rules that all the accounts must be liquidated within 10 years. But now when your kids take that $400,000 per year, that money comes out tax-free. And if your kids are at their peak earning years, they're not saddled with an additional $400,000 of taxable income a year from an inheritance. Since the Secure Act came on the books in January of 2020, we've had to make this very, very important distinction when it comes to IRA planning. Again, it took away the stretch IRA and therefore makes the IRA the absolute worst legacy vehicle we've ever seen. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this helpful.